I sent G. Um, I sent G the a song this week. I sent G Impo a song this week and with a long I don't ever do that. I don't ever sing y'all songs with a sort of preface. Do I? I don't do that a lot. Do
Not prefaced, no.
I? Okay. Yeah. I felt like I needed to explain it a little bit, and not so much so that they would understand the song, but to drive the conversation about how I was feeling about a particular topic. 2 weeks ago, J. Cole surfaced outside of the Dreamville releases with his first solo release of 2020. What was the name? It's been 2 weeks now, so now I don't even.
Snow on the Bluff.
Snow on the Bluff. Great title.
Yes.
Great title, especially if anybody has seen that movie and like the reference and understands the reference. Great concept. And then turn the song on, and it's fucking amazing. That's where I want to start. Amazing song.
Did you not know the backstory already?
I did not. I personally did not.
Oh, okay, so you just.
I knew. But in fairness, we had been talking about niggas coming for particular people. Cole.
Mm-hmm.
We've been saying that for
nonstop.
at least 3 weeks now.
Just jabbing the fuck out of those caves.
Yeah. So we are so aware of the backstory, yes, but not understanding how much it pertains to Snow on the Bluff. So let's do that.
Got it.
So I'm just going. This is just a great song. Happy Cole is back, and he rapping. Then Twitter starts to go crazy. Oh shit, Cole's trending. Why? Cole's a misogynist, huh? Cole hates women, huh? Whoa, the fuck is happening?
Yeah, they had time for Cole that day.
They had
shit
time.
that few days.
And then Kendrick hates women. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is happening? Like, I've never been so confused in my life.
Oh, they wrote Kendrick in it?
Bruh.
Oh, that's nuts.
Dot caught straight bullets. Dot caught straight bullets in the process. I'm like, what is happening? So
okay. That nigga really the Reaper, because he didn't even say nothing.
That nigga didn't say nothing. He just showed up at the protest. That's all he did. That's all he did was show up. So then
I fuck with him, man.
So then people are walking, as Twitter does. Shout out to the private investigators on Black Twitter. Y'all the truth. Mm-hmm. Y'all get shit figured out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cole is responding to Noname's tweet. Oh, shit. Why? No, so before getting to Twitter's response, they figured out that it's Noname. Noname figured out that it's her. Chance responds on the behalf of his sis. And Noname responds too. 33, what's
No, 33 or something like that.
Oh my gosh. So before
number 33.
Before getting to the context of the song, another great fucking song by another one of my favorite artists. We've been talking about Noname for how long?
Good amount of time. Years.
Forget what the song is about. She's snapping. That's all I'm here for. Another great song. Another win for hip hop. Another win for hip hop. Another L for Black love though.
Yes.
Oh, I was sad.
Completely.
Oh, I was sad.
Completely missing the boat.
Gee, I had to because I couldn't. People kept asking me to talk about it. I didn't know what to say.
We're so angry at each other.
And can't even and don't have a safe space to unpack why. And so, this is gonna be mad personal. So forgive me, y'all, if I'm personalizing it too much for a show that. Fuck it, we personalize shit on the show.
Hey man, we got 2 hours, man. It's personal.
That's why they're here.
That's why they're here. Something's about.
Fucking about.
I just got done reading The Water Dancer. Salute Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Yeah, I'm halfway through. That shit's crazy.
That shit's crazy.
I'm about to start it.
One of my favorite people that I've never met, but just every time I get to hear him speak, every time I read anything that he writes, I'm floored.
It's gonna be well thought out.
Oh my gosh, and it's gonna be rooted in so much truth. It's not gonna be a lot of places for you to escape from said truth. Like it's kind of like being like somebody hemming you up almost. Like nigga, where you going? Like, nigga, get up off me. And you think you that when you think you finally taller than your dad. Well, I know you didn't experience it. I got taller than my dad hella quick. For some reason, I equated taller with being able to see this nigga about something, and OG strength is just different. And nigga, get off me, and you not going nowhere. nigga, no, you not going nowhere. So, Dad, I love you. I see you about something now, nigga. I ain't 13 no more. No, but that's what
different.
That's what Ta-Nehisi's writing feels like.
Mm-hmm.
But it also doesn't. It at the same time, it doesn't feel like somebody's wagging their finger at you. Is what I appreciate. So The Water Dancer is his first novel. But he took the approach of being so of doing so much research that his fiction, it feels like it doesn't read as fiction. It doesn't
like nonfiction.
Yeah, it doesn't read as like
it actually happened.
Yeah, it doesn't read as a fantasy. Even though there's like
it did actually happen, but it wasn't in the context of like how he did it, but
exactly.
it was for sure. I mean, it wasn't somebody's actual story, but it was like the overlying landscape.
And so from the language, the dialect, how he goes about painting the setting,
Put you in that time.
You're transplanted. You like
I don't know if y'all feel it or y'all realize it or whatever, but we get intuition. Like we get pulled by our ancestors all the time.
Yeah.
So when these things when something like that happens, bro, that's like pure active, like whatever. But when you read it and when you really feel it.
You really feel it.
You know what I mean? So
And I'm referencing this book because the book, without ruining it, without spoiling it, it's about a young boy who was born into slavery, but has a particular set of powers, quote unquote, but he is unable to tap into them unless he can access his trauma, which he's stowed away as a means of just surviving. Who that sound like? All of us. Nigga, something catastrophic happens to you, and where the fuck do you put it? Store it deep away so you can go on about your fucking day and not be held up. What happens if generations upon generations stow away said trauma? It don't go away, bro. It just doesn't, because great granddaddy passed away. The shit he was burying don't just die with him. He's somehow handed that down to his son or his daughter or her daughter. Like it does not go away. So we're talking about 400 years plus of an existence of trauma and like the ultimate pain that's rooted in your family dynamics being the main source of attack for the attack on your people. Like break these people, we're gonna break them in the most inhumane ways. Stripped away, a baby being stripped away from their mother, the mother being stripped away from the baby, the father being stripped away from all of them. Or not gonna strip you away. The master, the plantation owner is just gonna rape your wife in front of you and then have another kid, and you're supposed to deal with that. That doesn't just die. So when we talk about black love in 2020, now you got to talk about black love in 1830.
Mm-hmm.
And really start to look at this fucking pain that we're enduring. So
the fact that we can love it all.
The fact that we can love it all
is nuts. That we even can feel love in the first place, because forget our biggest thing for sure is displacing our anger or whatever and displacing our pain. But the fact that we feel the love in the first place, or what we think is the love, is nuts.
It's nuts. And so in the midst of we kept saying it's like something ain't right. I get that everybody trying to be an ally and ask how to help, but nigga, you asking the wrong fucking question. If you got to ask how to be an ally, you asking the wrong questions. You missed the boat. social reform, social injustice. Like there's focuses being put. Companies are having to ante up their dollars, and then you can still look online and see us at each other. And I love Noname. I love Noname. I love Noname. I love you. This ain't an attack.
Look at mine not trying to get canceled.
It's just gonna have to be what it's gonna be.
No, I'm not even talking about from no now. I'm just talking about period. just period. It's like no. I'll tell you first and foremost. I love you.
No, when you interrupt. No, I love you.
Like, man, feel me out here.
But and I wasn't even gonna lead with this until it happened this week. And so, shout out to being able to have a week off for real. She goes, I wish, I forget what the historic, no, Angela Davis. She's like, I wish Angela Davis got the same love and admiration that Beyonce got. Why, bro? What did you need to say that for?
I mean, if we want to have a deeper, darker conversation, people that are educated be doing this shit to themselves, man. Like, y'all be loud, like, it's sort of like the stigma behind being rich, like being like having new money, is that you just don't know how to act with it. Man. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like when you are the educated African American, you start to act kind of like how when Africans hit America, and it's a look down effect on other Americans instead of like a I don't know what you can do for Americans for African Americans because African Americans would be classified as probably the most lost because of not knowing anything like much about their ancestry.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that there was slavery involved.
Yeah.
After that, it's up in the air.
Yeah.
So you can give your DNA away and get some type of piece of inkling or something back for yourself, talking about what your ancestry is about. But how much does that really do? Like finding out about that information, yes, is important. But the fact that it hasn't been something that's passed down from someone living really hurts. You know what I mean? Like it's painful to not know yourself from somebody teaching you about yourself and you having to go out and find out about it. Now, in the odd times where somebody that is educated is coming from educated background, from educated parents or educated grandparents, it's passed down, where they have certain type of information, I think you have to be your response to people that do not have that background has to come with some level of compassion. In my belief,
it has to. There's
like it's not like it ain't no point the fingers at you, ain't no look down at you type of situation for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, nigga, I don't know, nigga. Like I have zero clue. And I'm just trying to get by with the little information that I have, but I'm continuously if you're somebody that's trying to learn, then best believe that's the ones you want to cultivate.
Yeah. And so but
yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Cause I'm with you. That's how I felt. And then the more I got to think about it, I was like, well, fuck, maybe, just maybe Noname feels like niggas, especially on that I'm trying to learn shit, sound like the white people that's trying, like, how can I help and be the allies? It's like, oh fuck, is that what she's hearing? Is that what? Because it's not the same thing, but is that what you're displacing it as?
Well, once again, the blind spot. I get it, but
it's a false equivalent though.
Right.
That's all I'm getting to. So it's not an attack. I'm just trying to understand who it is you're trying to ignite, who you're trying to lead. It feels like the institution of church. Mm-hmm. How uninclusive it is of the people you need to be talking to. Like, church should be outside then.
Like when that lady was trying to give her testimony, and motherfucker took that mic from her, man. She was just trying to tell you, man. She lived a crazy lifestyle, man.
Hey.
She was trying to get. She just wanted to give you a little detail. She might have overshared, but she was just trying to give you a little detail.
She overshared for real. and he put it in my mouth. Like, hey, that video was wild. Okay, see, we're sick. We're sick. We try to have a serious moment. And oh man!
You started talking about the institution of the church, man. That's the first thing I thought about, man.
So I'm like, I'm trying to see it. And then Cole, oh, you not off the hook either, nigga. But I love you.
Mm-hmm.
You not off the hook
completely.
Cole, which we've always known,
mm-hmm.
which is how we're able to accept Cole. We know that nigga.
Mm-hmm.
He went to school. He know a little bit more than niggas, but not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot. And he'd be the first to tell you, like, hey, I'm just a regular nigga, bro. I don't know why people fuck with me the way they do. I'm just tapped into my emotional intelligence a little bit more, not my information based intelligence. My emotional intelligence of being able to be vulnerable and be vulnerable on record. What that has afforded people, I don't know if people really can really do the math on that type of currency that's afforded Kendrick, that's afforded Drake, that's afforded Sean, that's afforded Crit, that's afforded Cole. This whole new wave of new artists, Triple X, his whole reign is like he's just more emotionally intelligent than a lot of people are allowing themselves to be.
Which is a step in the right direction.
It's a major step. A major step. And so the unfortunate part is that the journalists and the people that get to cover it get to dismiss a lot of the dialogue those men specifically are having as misogyny. It's strange, but I get it. It's strange, but I get it.
What's strange about asking questions? We can't ask questions no more.
Well, no. I'm not even going to attempt to defend that. I'm not even going to attempt to go, well, something's abound, but
I hate you.
All right, I'm done. I promise I'm done.
No, you're not.
I promise I'm
done. No, bro, it's coming again. It's coming back.
What's so strange? But the way you asked it was like, what's so strange about asking questions? And I'm like, well, you got me there. It shouldn't be anything strange about it.
All right, because it's something I can't really say on mic because it really is like that. Really is the cancel culture group, but it's the idea that okay, the information is out there, but isn't it actually quicker to receive information if you just ask the question and somebody tells you? Like you and you can go and do your own research on it, of course, but when you ask the question, it shouldn't be shunned at the fact that you didn't know the answer already. Mm. You know what I mean? Like, that's the reason why I'm asking a question. Like, you don't ask questions? You just go look up all the information for everything you need to know? That shit sound. I mean, that just sounds like you're going to be moving at a snail's pace to me. Because, like, if you got to go look up everything and you can't ask nobody that already then looked it up, it's nuts to me. Yeah.
What did Kevin Hart say on the Joe Rogan podcast? He was like, the reason I'm so far is because I'm not scared to ask questions.
Exactly, bro. When you talk about walking up to Bezos, bro, like, yes, I walked up to him and I just let him know that I'm here, that I'm actually a person.
And again, these are parts of the trauma of our history and our existence in this country that we're continuously having to repair in real time. And there's no padded fall, there's no safe space, and to do it on a public forum, that dialogue ultimately via Noname and Cole, some of the most healthy shit that could have happened on a public forum, left for others to have input on, made me uncomfortable. How Noname and Cole in a room with hella people, men and women of color, let's have that conversation all day long. And then even make the songs too. But the jabs back and forth, and I was ultimately happy that Cole didn't apologize.
Yes.
I was really happy that he didn't take back any of his words.
Yes.
I was really happy that Noname got on that nigga ass the very next day.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Like, what's up? You could rap, but nigga, this I'm gonna show you something. Mm-hmm. So I'm not mad. I wasn't mad at either of them. My only discomfort was how much context was missing from not just the others but from the youth. It was a lot of people in and around our age and younger having unhealthy dialogue in around what was happening between Noname and Cole. And it's the invisible attack on black love, and that isn't just if you're in a relationship, a hetero relationship. No, this is for black people who identify as LGBTQ. This is for black people who identify as brother or sister, as acquaintance. Our black love in shared spaces is fractured in a way that we do not fucking understand.
Mm-hmm. Completely.
And so to have a public sparring back and forth that is healthy, because tension is so fucking healthy, and I feel like both of them learned a significant amount. I learned a lot. We learned so much from the tension, but we're so hurt.
They weren't reading the room.
Not reading the room. Thank you. I said all that to get to that.
Yeah, they were not reading the room. They didn't see that big ass elephant in the corner.
Man,
they didn't see none of that shit.
Man,
like, which is kind of like I get the rapper thing, where if you in rapper mode, and Cole is still in rapper mode. So if he hears something, bro, like that's just how that's his outlet to respond. I get it, but I won't get the whole thing of, okay, we got this whole thing going on outside, right? People out here in the streets protesting. Yeah. Folks out here trying to get things done.
Yeah.
The fact that all that's going on that is in a direction for somebody to go online and start talking about their people and what their people are not doing in this time. No. Let's highlight what people are doing in this time. The people that are not doing something this time, maybe they're gearing up to do something. But why are we forcing people's hand to do something that they're not wanting to do? You know what I mean? Like I just don't get it. The timing is wrong.
Thank you.
Like, and for the folks that, if you mad about somebody's entire discography, and this isn't just personal, Noname, this is just period. If you got something towards somebody's entire discography that is covering what's going on at this moment, do you not see the track record for them that potentially they have something else on the horizon, maybe, and maybe eventually something's gonna happen? But if you're gonna force their hand, then now this shit's gonna come out, and it's not going to be.
It's not gonna
it's not going to be conducive to the movement.
Yeah.
Because it was untimely on their part. These are very timely individuals. They've shown that. They have a track record of that. So I just don't get that. I don't personally get that. And then for it to get turned over to misogyny is a whole nother deal. And maybe that might be my blind spot potentially. I'm trying to work on it, but I just don't get that for any individual to, if you're of, and I have this argument later on in the topics, but if you're of our skin tone at this moment, if you are not awake in this moment, then you're asleep, bro. Like it just isn't gonna work out right now. Hopefully you can get that shit at some point, but if you are not awake and all of your power, all of your energy is focused at the oppressor and not at the oppressed, then I don't know what to tell you. Displaced anger or not, I don't understand why, and to be so educated, why it is forced on your people. No.